Sexist and offensive vintage ads that would never fly today.
Advertising has become an integral part of our socio-economic lives, and it's carefully designed to speak to the hearts and minds of consumers. It taps into our psyche, hopes, dreams, goals, and fears. In this video, we will flip through the pages of history and look at some of the offensive or misogynistic print ads from brands that tried to sell their products by promoting male chauvinism, sexism, and breeding the feeling of insecurity among women. Vintage ads are a reflection of the past that shows the values of that time period. Early print advertisements were a lot more blatant, some of them so downright offensive that it's hard to believe they actually went live. Imagine what the reaction would be if any of these advertisements were put up today. However, regarding the sexist messages, Mad Men-style ad men knew what they were doing, and they understood that sex sells, and so does controversy. As long as the advertisements did their job and moved products, companies would keep pushing the limits as far as they could. Even back then, people complained. But a few strongly worded letters sent via postal mail to the company in question could easily be ignored. Even modern-day ads objectify women, but there's no way companies could get away with what they just did a few decades away. In some ads, the men grope their wives, tread on them, and blow smoke in their faces. Major brands like Kellogg's featured sexist slogans, like "The harder a wife works, the cuter she looks." The advert for Volkswagen boasts of the firm's hard-wearing cars, beginning simply, "Women are soft and gentle, but they hit things." Other companies promoted pseudoscience that we now know to be utter rubbish. 7-Up told moms to add the soda to their baby's milk. Camel cigarettes were marketed as the doctor's favorite brand. In the pre-civil rights era, major brands like Kellogg's featured sexist slogans, like "The harder a wife works, the cuter she looks." Other companies promoted pseudoscience that we now know to be utter bunk. 7-Up told moms to add the soda to their baby's milk. Camel cigarettes was marketed as the doctor's favorite brand. It makes you wonder how many of today's ads will shock our grandkids' generation. Even though you might deny it, it won't change the fact that you live in a world created by marketers. Advertising is a powerful force that had shaped our attitudes and behavior since the early 19th century when it got into newspapers, and the early 1940s when it got into television. With great power comes great responsibility, but try telling that to someone working in the advertising field in the early 20th century. Even today, advertising doesn't try very hard to conform to moral standards, but after looking back at some offensive, racist, sexist, and over-the-top funny ads, today's commercials are as good as gold. Besides being sexist ads, they were also full of lies promoting unhealthy habits. Interesting fact, the first vintage ad to use a sexual sell was created by a woman for soap as early as 1911. The campaign was so successful that the slogan "A skin you love to touch" was used until the 1940s. Whether we like it or not, it is a piece of history worth seeing for everyone. Enjoy these offensive vintage ads and banned commercials, and do take them lightheartedly.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel.